Yo, Barb.
Yo, Katie, how
What's
are
up?
you?
Good. How are you?
Ah, just
What?
excited about work.
I'm scared for court. You should do it. You should teach
No,
me court today, Barb. I need you to teach me.
no. You got to do me.
Okay, well, where's the other
So
few?
your picture's frozen.
Oh, it is?
Oh, there you are.
I'm
It
here?
was.
Okay. Hopefully it won't do
Yep.
that the whole time. Let's hope. Technology,
How are
you
you doing?
never know. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
settling into. I'm not going on a like big trip until May now, so that would be kind of nice. Have a
You don't
moment.
think you'll go through withdrawal?
I think. I mean, if we could teleport, then I think I'd want to travel all the time. But the process of traveling sometimes is just unpleasant. I don't enjoy that part.
Yeah, I do.
Like the airplane experience. I wish if you can fly like first class, that's a different experience. But if you're in economy, man, sometimes by the end of the time, sometimes by the time I get to my destination, I'm like, literally in my head, I'm like, there is nothing that can be worth that. But then I always have a good time and do it again.
I've never flown first class, so I don't know how much different it is.
I did one time from Thailand because I missed my flight. And literally the only ticket that was left was a first class ticket and it was $3,000. And I was just like, fuck it. I don't want it. I couldn't get out like for another at least 24 hours if I didn't buy it. So I bought it, but I was laying down on my belly for 12 hours. Best thing that ever happened to me. The flight attendant, when I walked out of the plane, she's like, "You're a sleeping machine." I'm like, never had that before. It was insane. It was awesome. But yeah, can't make that. Can't get too used to that. We were just talking about Wendy because like I love traveling, much like
Oh,
you.
yeah.
But the process of getting from point A to point B sometimes is what makes it a little
I know. I wish we
daunting.
were all rich and we could just go first class.
Yeah, or teleport would be the
Yes,
ultimate.
that would be
Let's
amazing.
just get on the teleporting.
Your class last night was amazing.
Isn't it interesting?
Yeah, I was fascinated. That's
So
why I'm like,
interesting.
is
Yeah.
that what you were talking about at the beginning? Because I had no idea
I
what was
know
about to happen.
it's so hard because if people don't know what the heck I'm even talking about, it's kind of hard to make the connection. But
Yeah,
yeah,
amazing.
it's this
Very
new
cool.
class, Barb, that I teach. It's called TRE. It stands for tension and trauma releasing exercises. So it's not yoga, it's a new modality that I've been certifying in for the last like year basically. And um I started teaching it just recently at the co-op at Mosaic, and Wendy came last night. I'm so
Uh,
happy.
yeah, it was great.
Literally last week I had two people in the class and I was like, oh, this is gonna be rough, like to get this thing going. Because it's hard there because I'm paying rent. So if I'm not getting people, I'm losing money, so I can't keep a class going for long if it doesn't pick up. But this week there was like 16, 17 people. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So hopefully that
Yeah,
will
congratulations. I hope it continues.
I hope so too.
Yeah, we're
I'll let
gonna.
you know, Barb, if I do a Zoom class sometimes because I want to do Zoom classes sometimes. And I think you'd enjoy it. It's an interesting thing. It'd be good for you, I think, because you
When do you teach it? What days?
so Monday night at 6:30 at Mosaic.
Hmm.
And then the fourth Sunday of every month at noon. But I'll let you know if I do Zoom because it's easy to do on Zoom. So I'm gonna start offering more.
This is such an easy time
Is
And
it the noon time for you?
those are great, but I can come to a class.
Just once, maybe a one-off here and there, like if you want to try
Right.
something different.
I could.
I've thought about doing it for this class sometime just to show you guys, but the weird thing about TRE is like they make me sign so many things when I'm getting my certification, and you're not allowed to post a video as a recording for people to do later because they want you to always have a live facilitator because it's like I was telling Wendy, it's very simple. The exercises are very simple, but sometimes the way a human receives it can be complex. So it's just important that there's somebody that knows what's going on to like guide you through it if needed. But so yeah, so I just couldn't put it on the recording list. So then I don't want anybody that can't make it to the live one be like, where's the recording for, you know? So anyway, I'm like, I'll stick to the drill, but at some point you try it or
You have to come in and take a class in person.
I know you might just have to. I don't know. I don't actually know if I've ever seen you in real life.
Yeah, probably not.
Honey? I'm like, have I ever seen you in like real life? I don't think so.
Really,
I saw,
this is just my avatar. You've
yeah, I'm
never.
like, are you even Barbine? Who are you? I actually ran into Heather Aslett like at the U randomly. It was like a few months ago, but it was so weird to like seeing her in real life. I'm like, Heather, it's you. Hi. It was funny. It was cute. Anyway. Okay, let's do our core. We got to do this.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll mute myself.
Okay. Mute. I just muted you. And then I'll spotlight myself. And then let's do this thing. Okay. So, how about we begin? Let's just begin in child's pose. So find your way into child's pose, or if child's pose is a pose that is not comfortable for you, I know it's not comfortable for some people, then you can just lay down on your belly or any other position that you would like to be in that's comfortable is fine. We're just gonna take a moment to kind of find a sense of grounding, find a sense of connection to our breath. And since we had such a wonderful chat, I'm just gonna get right into the practice, not taking too much time. So let's just begin. Big, huge inhale, fill up as big as possible. And then open your mouth and big sigh. And then one more, just like that. Great big inhale. Extra sip at the top if it's there. And then open your mouth, let it out. All right, rise up and start to move through some cat-cows as you connect to your Ujjayi breath. So inhale, lift your heart and feel your front body stretch. As you exhale, round your spine and curl in. And like I said, Ujjayi breath, start to fire it up. So feel and hear your breath as it flows through you. Go back and forth just a couple more times, feeling into this flexion and extension in your spine. And then let's slowly just come back to neutral, regular tabletop position. And then make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart, if not just a little bit wider. And we're moving towards thread the needle, but we're going to take our time getting there. So listen carefully. Take your right arm out and then all the way up to the sky. Inhale here. And as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath you, but hover above the ground. So you're not setting your shoulder down yet. Inhale, unthread your right arm out and up once again. Exhale, thread it through. So you're pressing into your left hand and feel your core engage all the way to empty. Last one like that. Inhale out and up. And then exhale as you're ready. Thread it through. Reach, 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 reach. And then come down gently. Rest on the outside of your shoulder and head. And even though your shoulder and head are on the ground, you still feel a connection to your center, like your belly button is attached to an invisible rope that's pulling up and tugging slightly back. Take about 3 more rounds here and really focus on breathing into the back of your body, back of your heart space, back ribs, low back. Good job, you guys. If you do happen to have your left hand lifted by chance, just set it back down. And then next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it out and up so you can reach even higher. And exhale, right hand to the ground. All right, now listen. You're going to come down to your left forearm. So like you're doing a dolphin with your left arm. And then scoot your right hand back. So your right arm is like it's in chaturanga. So I like to bring my right hand back and kind of out to the side. You want your shoulders level with one another. So the tendency is for right shoulder to be higher than left. Try to get your shoulders level. But then if your right shoulder is rolling forward, hug your shoulder blade towards your spine and plug your right shoulder into the socket. Let your neck relax, head heavy. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees and lift your hips. So it's like you're in a one-arm dolphin pose. Your left forearm is pressing down. Your right arm is in chaturanga. So strong and powerful in your right arm. You can stay here if you want, or left leg to the sky. Use the strength in your left leg. Make your left foot active. We'll be here for 3 more rounds. So your pose, your head should not be touching the ground. Push the ground away with the belly of your left forearm. Lift from your center. If your left leg is lifted, your left leg is strong and powerful. One last huge breath. Good job. Bring your knees to the ground. So set everything down, knees down, and then sit back into a hero's pose. So just a kneeling position. If kneeling doesn't work for you, for your knees or whatever, then just sit in whatever way you need to be most comfortable. So kneeling, arms down by your sides, and just let your right ear fall over towards your right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of your neck. If you want, you can reach your left fingertips out and down. And then only if you want, you can bring your right hand up to the left side of your head above your ear. And then apply a little bit of pressure with your hand pressing down into your head, but at the same time, press your head back up into your hand. And then last thing, if you want, your left forearm could wrap behind your back, so across your low back. And just take about 3 or 4 more big, spacious breaths into the left side of your neck. See if you can keep your face muscles really relaxed, really soft. Unclench your jaw. Good job, you guys. One last huge deep breath here. Do not move your head. Let it stay where it's at. Arms relax down by your sides. Roll your chin forward, chin to chest. And imagine for a moment that you're just drawing little baby smiley faces with the crown of your head. Back and forth. And if you want, only if you want, you can start to take these in full circles all the way around. Just be very aware as you take your head back that you're not just collapsing your head back, you're extending back. If you are taking full circles, take a few in the opposite direction. Good job, you guys. And then ever so slowly, you're just gonna come back to neutral. Your head stacks right on top of your spine. Come forward to hands and knees. And for a moment, take it back to a downward facing dog. So let everything stretch and lengthen. Push into the ground with your strong hands. If you want, you can even try lifting to your fingertips. So ideally, you do not have a lot of weight in your hands. You're using your strong core to lift you up and pull you back. So if you're using your core, you'll be able to lift up to your fingertips without too much of a problem. I don't know if you can see my hands, but I'm up on my fingertips and it doesn't feel that difficult because my core is doing most of the work here. So see if you can figure out how to use your core in your down dog even more. Take one more big, huge in breath. Exhale, bring your knees to the ground, gently, tabletop position. All right, from tabletop, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart or even a little bit wider. Left arm out and all the way up, breathe in. As you exhale, thread your left arm underneath you, but remember, just hover, 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 reach as far as you can. Inhale, unthread, reach out and up. Exhale, underneath you, reach through, all the way to empty, navel to spine, and then inhale, unthread one last time. Exhale, reach underneath as far as you can reach, all the way to empty, and then gently rest down outside of your shoulder and head. Push into the ground with your right hand if you want to leverage the twist, or if you'd like, you could wrap your right arm behind you. So lots of ways to work this posture, but stay connected to your breath. Breathe into your back body a lot. You do happen to have your right hand lifted. Now bring it back to the earth. Next time you inhale, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way up one last time, as high as you can. And then set your left hand down. Come down to your right forearm. So right forearm, like it's setting up for a dolphin or a forearm plank. And then scoot your left hand back about a foot or so. So you can see this arm better. I want you to see how my wrist is straight down from my elbow. A lot of people, when they do this, their wrist is forward of their elbow. So you want your wrist straight down from your elbow. And I bring my hand all the way out to the side of my mat. Relax your neck and feel your shoulders. Level them off. If, when you level them off, your left shoulder rolled forward, now roll it back and down. Plug it into the socket so it's strong. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up. So you're in a one-arm dolphin pose. Dolphin in your right arm, chaturanga in your left arm. Keep your shoulders as level as you can. Lift from your strong center. Your belly button is lifting you up. Relax your neck, let your head be heavy. Only if you want, take your right leg to the sky. So right leg reaches up. Imagine you're trying to plant your foot on the ceiling. Keep breathing. Your head should not be touching the ground. Press down through the belly of your right forearm. Imagine you're trying to press your heart back towards the back of your mat. Take just 2 more rounds of breath, active through your right foot. Really nice job, you guys. All right, right foot comes down, knees down. And once again, sit back into a hero's pose, just some kneeling meditation. And again, if kneeling doesn't work, you can do whatever you need to be comfortable in a seat. Okay, arms down by your sides to begin with. And then this time, your left ear falls towards your left shoulder. Left ear towards your left shoulder. Right arm can reach out to the right, down towards the ground. So you're reaching your fingertips out and down. Maybe you stay right here, or left hand to the right side of your head, just above your ear. Gentle pressure, so press hand into head, head back into hand. And then only if you want, final option to bring your right forearm across your low back. And we'll be here for about 4 or 5 more rounds. Soft through your face. Gentle pressure of your hand on your head, head back into hand. And spacious breath. Good job, you guys. Last couple. And try not to move your head at all. So just let your head stay exactly like it is, but let your arms relax down by your sides. Now, chin to chest, roll your head forward and draw those little baby smiley faces with the crown of your head. And you can start going from really baby smiley faces to a little bit bigger, a lot bigger, or maybe even those full circles if you would like. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And if you're taking your head back, don't just collapse it back. So it's really heavy for your neck. And so that kind of just crunches back if you don't give it some support. Use the muscles in the sides of your neck and think of extending back. Reverse circles if you're going in full circles. Take them in the other direction a couple times. And then slowly in your next couple breaths, friends, you'll start to find your way back to nice and neutral. So you're gazing straight forward, your head stacks over your spine. And then come forward to your hands and your knees. Take it back to your downward facing dog. All right, Ujjayi breath. Reconnect if you've lost it. Feel into the length from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Take one more great big inhale in your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, lift halfway, lengthen. Think of telescoping your ribs. Exhale, bow and release. And let's rise all the way up this time. So come through your halfway lift. Keep rising, arms overhead, breathe in. And exhale, hands to your heart. For a moment, flow with your breath. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, hinge at your hips, slow dive. Inhale, lift halfway. Elongate your spine and exhale, bow, fold. Press into your feet. Rise all the way back up, arms overhead, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. One more like that, inhale, reach up. Dive down slowly with your breath. Spinal extension, breathe in. Exhale, bow, fold, empty all the way out. Press into your feet, heart leads, take it all the way back up. Inhale, arms up. And so heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, let's sit back into a chair pose. We're going to twist this chair. So bring your feet hips width distance apart. All 10 toes face forward. And left hand will come down in between your feet, right onto the sky. If you have a block at home and you want to bring your left hand to a block, perfect. Also, if it doesn't feel good to bring your left hand between your feet, maybe your left hand is out in front of your feet, kind of right there in between, in the middle of them, if that makes sense. So make it feel right in your body. Keep your knees nice and even with one another. Keep your butt reaching back and your spine long. If you would like, you can reach your right arm behind your back for a half bind. Only if you want to, you can reach your left hand up and maybe your hands clasp for a full bind. Keep the weight in your heels. Take 2 more breaths and use your exhales to twist, twist, twist. Good job, everybody. Last round. And then bottom of your exhale, forward fold. Let it go. All right, bend your knees a lot. And bring your arms to the outsides of your legs and then hands behind your ankles, forearms behind your calves, elbows behind your knees. So in order to get your arms into position, you probably have to bend your knees a lot. Relax your neck. And then once you've got your arms there, press arms into legs, legs into arms, and see if you can lift your butt straight up towards the sky. Use your core. Imagine your head, crown of your head reaching towards the ground. Your butt is lifting higher. Press arms into legs, legs back into arms, and breathe. Breathe into your back body. Breathe down the backs of your legs. Try to keep the weight nice and even in both of your feet. Take one last round as deep as you can dive into this fold. And then let it go. Release your arms. Halfway lift. Realign your spine. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank position. From your plank pose, we're going to move into a side plank. Right hand is your base. You're more than welcome to bring your right knee down if you feel like modified. Otherwise, you're karate kicking the ground with the outer edge of your right foot. Lift your hips as high as possible. Maybe take your left arm forward so your bicep is next to your ear. And maybe even float your left leg up. So your personal fullest expression. Breathe. Feel. Notice. Take one last big, huge breath right where you're at. Slowly, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up and push the ground away. And then slowly for 3, 2, 1, you're going to lower down. 3, 2, 1. I didn't tell you what to do when I started the countdown too fast. All right. Come into any back bend you'd like. So open your heart, take your time. If this feels good, you can hold it a little longer. And we're just gonna take it back for a moment when you're ready to a child's pose. So resting back. And just breathe. Feel your body and feel your breath. Maybe a big open mouth sigh. Downward facing dog. Okay, fire up your Ujjayi breath and inhale, take your right leg back and up. Stay here or exhale, right knee towards your left elbow, little twist, push the ground away. Inhale, three-legged dog, extend and lengthen. Exhale, right to right, as high as you can get on your armpit. Inhale, reach back up. Last one, knee towards your nose, so round your back, hollow out your belly, step forward super softly. All right, let's take it up, crescent lunge. All right, feel the strength in your legs. Pull your front hip back, back hip forward. Little tone in your belly. Heart is lifted like you have a proud chest. Reach up and feel your breath flowing through you. Both legs powerful and strong, so it shouldn't feel like all your weight is forward. Take one more inhale as you reach up, maybe gaze up. Then exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Keep your left hand on the ground or a block, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. Twisting from your strong center. All right, now see if you can keep your weight in your right foot and slowly bring your left foot forward next to your right foot. You'll be back in a twisted chair position. If it doesn't happen gracefully, no big deal. Twisted chair. Take one more round of breath in your twisted chair and see if you can twist a little further. Knees nice and even with one another. And then let it go. Forward fold. Good work, you guys. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, bow. All the way to stand. Take it up. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. And we're just going to flow with breath before we do all that on the other side. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive down. Spinal extension, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you feel like. Move with awareness and intention. Slowly, mindfully. Eventually downward facing dog. Give yourself just a moment there. Maybe a big open mouth sigh. One more huge inhalation. And exhale, look to the top of your mat, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift position. And exhale, fold. All the way up, big full body stretch at the top as you inhale. And hands to your heart center, exhale. Okie dokie, inhale, high mountain. Chair pose, sit back, weight in your heels. Bring your feet once again, hips width distance apart. All of your toes face forward. So you don't want this, you don't want this. Just nice and parallel. Toes face forward, weight in your heels. One more inhale into your chair. Then as you exhale, we'll twist. Right hand comes down in between your feet. Or if it feels better, use a block, or you can have your right hand further forward. So whatever feels best in your body, you can make it work for you. Keep your weight in your heels. Only if you want, half bind, left arm wraps behind you. And then only if it feels like you're not being super forceful, cranking yourself into it, you don't need to. Full bind, reach your right hand up and possibly clasp your hands. Just an option if you want to take it. Last couple of breaths. Work your twist as you exhale. Weight in your heels. Very end of your next exhalation, my friends, release into your forward fold. All right, this time, gorilla pose. So bend your knees as much as you need and step onto the palms of your hands. If you can, get the tips of your toes all the way up to the crease in your wrists. And then rather than rocking back into your heels, try to put some more weight in your toes and the balls of your feet, like you're giving yourself a nice little hand massage. You can keep the big bend in your knees, or you can do your best to work your legs a little straighter by using your core to lift your butt up and draw the crown of your head towards the ground. Breathe into your back body and breathe into the backs of your legs. Visualize that. Last couple of rounds in this forward fold. With each exhalation, see if you can dive just a little bit deeper. Trust that your core will hold you, so relax your neck, let your head hang. Bottom of your next exhale, release your hands from under your feet. Halfway lift, breathe in, realign your spine, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back. We'll move into side plank on our left side this time. So roll into the baby toe edge of your left foot, or absolutely feel free to bring your left knee to the ground. Right arm reaches up, lift your hips up. And then if you want, right arm can reach forward, lengthen your right side. Right leg might even float up. So use your breath, your awareness to find your fullest expression today in this moment. Last big, huge inhale. Exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Exhale, lower for 3, strong straight line, 2, 1. That's what I meant to do last time. Lift your heart any way you want to, back bend of choice. And then for just a moment, let yourself rest back in a child's pose. Reconnect. Feel whatever's there. Good job. Downward facing dog. All right, Ujjayi. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your strong obliques. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. So aim high, push the ground away as you come forward. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, last one, knee to your nose. Everyone round your back and step forward softly. Take your time to rise to crescent lunge. Settle in, strength through your legs. So it doesn't feel like all your weight is forward. It's nice and centered. A little tone in your belly, support your low back. Energetically, you're pulling front hip back, back hip forward. Puff up your heart, maybe gaze up. Breathe and feel. Notice whatever's there. Let sensation be present and just breathe into it. One more big inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Add a twist. So right hand down, left arm up, revolve lunge. Strong through your legs, twist from your center. Now, you can absolutely choose a different way to make this transition if you need, but maybe just try rooting into your left foot and then ever so slowly bringing your right foot forward next to your left so you're back in your twisted chair. And if that didn't work, no big deal. Get there however you need to. Once you're in your twisted chair, last couple rounds. Weight in your heels. Nice and even through your knees. Twist, twist, twist. And let it go, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Fill up. Exhale, bow. Root through your feet. Let's rise all the way up. Breathe in, stretch. Hands to heart, breathe out. Flow with breath. Inhale, high mountain. Traction out your spine as you slowly dive down. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Vinyasa however you want. Child's pose is our destination, so just sit back, give yourself a moment to rest. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And open your right hip, so bend your knee. Reach it out and up. Squeeze through your outer right glute. Take one more big inhale, see if you can lift your right knee a little higher. Exhale, right knee towards your nose. Step your right foot all the way through. All right. I want you to walk your hands forward and just float your back foot off the ground. But don't think of this like a standing split. Think of this like a warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground, or maybe your hands on a block or blocks. See if you can level off your hips, square them off. And then imagine your upper body is trying to create a halfway lift position. Keep your left hand on the ground or a block. Bring your right hand to the crease in your right hip. Literally put your hand in that crease, put your fingers in that crease and try to push your right hip back, 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 back. Squeeze through your inner thighs, feel your upper body start to automatically twist to the right. Keep working that twist with your strong core, and then maybe reach your right arm to the sky, revolved half moon. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Squeeze your inner thighs, back leg strong, back foot active, twist from your center. Elongate through your spine. One last huge breath. Twist, twist, twist as you exhale. Low lunge. So unwind and step your left toes to the back edge of your mat. Once you are here in your low lunge, see if you can bring your back knee down nice and easy, gently. And so if you need to, grab something, grab a sweatshirt, grab something to put under it if you need extra cushion. Right hand inside your right foot. So both hands inside your right foot. Walk your right foot out and maybe a little bit forward so you have a good amount of space to work with. Now with your back knee down, see if you can start to let your hips sink forward and lift your heart up like you're trying to create a cobra pose. Breathe. So I know you want to put a lot of weight in your hands, most likely. Try to take as much weight out of your hands as possible. You don't need to take them off the ground or anything, but just try to put more weight back in your legs. Let your hips move forward and down. Breathe into the front of your left thigh. Take about 2, 3 more. Good job, you guys. All right, you're gonna keep your back knee down, but lift your hips and kind of work your right foot back until you're in a 3-legged tabletop. So your right leg will eventually extend back. Once your right leg is reaching back, take your left arm forward, spinal balance. So left arm is reaching forward, right leg is reaching back. Push into the ground with your right hand. Take one more inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl in. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow motion, curl in. Inhale, re-extend. Last time with your exhale, elbow to knee, round, hollow out. Inhale, lengthen. You're welcome to stay here or exhale, reach your left arm back, bend your right knee. If it is available, grab hold of the top of your foot or your ankle. Once you've got it, gentle leverage. Hug in with your inner thighs as you kick foot into hand and pull hand back into foot. Lift your heart. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Soften your face. One last round. Everybody meet back in a spinal balance. Inhale, reach. Tabletop, exhale. All right, invitation to sit back into hero's pose, but if this doesn't work for your knees, once again, please take any position, seated position that feels good in your body. Let your arms relax down by your sides. Exhale your breath out. And just let everything kind of settle, slow down. You can absolutely just stay here, sitting, breathing. Only if you want, invitation to bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers. Just adding a little shoulder stretch. Roll your shoulders back and down, and then see if you can reach your hands back away from your body. Stay connected to your center, so rather than feeling like you're flaring your ribs forward, if you have your fingers interlaced behind you, a little tone in your belly. Imagine you're trying to knit your front ribs together. Reach your knuckles back and up. Sometimes I even like to let my chin fall down towards my chest, kind of get a little more stretch in the sides of my neck, the back of my neck here. We'll be here for about 2-3 more breaths. If it's too much to have your fingers interlaced behind your back, just let that part go. All right, if you've still got your clasp, bottom of your next exhale, bring your hands to your low back first, then release. Come forward to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath, fire it up. Great, big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Take it all the way up, arms overhead, inhale. And so hard, exhale. It's our last little flow here, inhale, reach. Slow dive, traction out your spine, exhale all the way down into your fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa however you feel like, it's all you. Find your way to downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, next inhalation, left leg high. Open up your left hip, bend your knee, reach it out and up. So you should feel your outer left butt cheek, it's called your medial glute. You should feel it squeezing. Keep your left foot active. Keep pressing through both hands. So you shouldn't be sinking into your right hand or your right shoulder. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, left knee towards your nose, scoop out your belly, step forward softly into your low lunge. Moving from your low lunge, we're going to walk our hands forward and let our back foot just float off the ground. So remember, not like standing splits, but like a warrior 3 with your fingertips on the ground or your hands on a block or blocks. Level off your hips, square them off so your inner thighs face each other and your right leg is reaching straight back. Right hand stays on the ground or a block, bring your left fingers and stick them into the crease in your left hip. Literally stick them in that crease and start to push your left hip back. As you push your left hip back, inner thighs squeeze more and automatically you start to twist. Eventually your left arm might reach up. Revolve, half moon, twist from your strong center. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Stomp your back foot onto an invisible wall behind you. Lengthen your spine. Last couple rounds, revolve lunge, twist, twist, twist. Good job. Low lunge, so let it go. Step your right toes to the back of your mat. Once you're back in your low lunge, ever so gently as you can, back knee comes down, grab it, some extra cushion. You can even fold over the side of your mat if you want. And then hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out wide. If you have a super short stance like this, guess what? You have nowhere to go. You're stuck. So make sure your left foot is far enough forward. You have somewhere to go. Left foot is all the way at the side of your mat or even off the edge of your mat. Let your hips start to come forward and melt down. So you can let your heart lift. It's like you're doing a cobra pose with your heart. Try not to put a ton of weight in your hands. I know you have to put weight in your hands. I do. But your intention is to Take a little weight out of your hands and let it move back towards your hips. Let them melt down. Don't let your left knee come forward of your ankle. If you want to, you can pivot your left toes out or roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot. Just keep your ankles strong. Just about 3, 4 more deep breaths. Let your hips move forward and down. Soften through your face. Unclench your jaw. Last round. All right, keep your hands on the ground, but lift your hips up. As you lift your hips up, you can just kind of start to walk your left foot back, and eventually you'll reach your left leg straight back. And once your left leg is reaching straight back, reach your right arm straight forward, spinal balance. Your hips should be square. Your gaze should be down, back of your neck is long. Take one more inhale, reach, right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale, elbow to knee, slowly. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow, slow, slow. Inhale, reach. Last one, use your strong core, round your spine, elbow to knee, curl in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can stay here if you want, or move into your half bow. So reach your right arm back, bend your left knee, and maybe grab hold of your foot or ankle. Hug in with your inner thighs. So your left knee should not shoot out to the left. Little tone in the belly to support low back, lift your heart, so you can gaze forward. Wherever you are, one last huge breath. Everybody spinal balance, inhale, reach forward and back, neutral spine. Exhale, tabletop. All right. This time, instead of hero's pose, we're gonna sit back into screaming toe pose. So knees stay hips width distance apart, curl your toes under, and then sit back onto your heels. This is for the soft tissues, the plantar fascia at the soles of your feet. If this feels like, whoa, no, this is too much, then keep your hands on the ground in front of you to take some weight off, or you can use a block if you have one, put your hands on a block. If you're able to sit back and sit up tall, and just let that heat build in your feet, breathe into it. Hug towards midline with your heels so they're not just kind of splaying out to the sides, hug in with your inner heels. Send your breath down into your feet. Screaming toe pose. Be with it, soften around it, about 3 more breaths. Knees should be about hips width distance apart. You need to come out early, of course, that's fine. If you need to just put your hands on the ground, take some weight off, of course, that's fine. Last couple of breaths. Soften around it, soften your face, unclench your jaw. Good job. Come back to hands and knees, tabletop. Uncurl your toes and give them a little pitter-patter tap against the ground. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Tap it out for a moment. And eventually, downward facing dog. And you might even feel a new aliveness, a new awareness in your feet after that. Good job, friends. So this is your final down dog of class. Just give yourself a moment to stretch and lengthen and feel into all that space you've created. All right, one more big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gaze forward. Step or hop to or through your hands. If you want to do a little jump through, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you're stepping to your hands and then you're just coming all the way down into a seat, however you need to get there. And from your seat, you're coming all the way down onto your back, however you need to get there. And once you're on your back, just hug your knees in, take a little rock from side to side. Gently massage your low back against the ground for a moment. All right, set your feet down with your knees bent. Extend your right leg straight up, flex your toes. Figure 4, outer right ankle, top of your left thigh. So supine pigeon, you're welcome to keep your left foot down or you could lift your left foot up. Grab hold behind your left thigh if you want. You can rock a little bit. Keep the flexion through your right toes and keep your right ankle really strong. Nice and neutral through your spine is the intention. So you're not wanting to round your back. As you pull with your arms, you're pulling your legs towards you, but with your legs, you're resisting, you're pressing away. So that helps to stabilize and neutralize your spine. Take about 3 to 5 more breaths right here in your figure 4. Ah. Good, you guys. Last couple of breaths. If you have your left foot lifted, set it back on the ground. Extend your right leg straight up towards the ceiling. Keep your right leg extended, but just super slowly lower it all the way down. So like your right hip is a lever and you're just lowering slowly your right leg all the way down. It extends out in front of you. Once your right leg is resting on the ground, draw your right knee up towards your left knee up towards your left armpit. So hands around the front of your left shin. If possible, interlace your fingers there and then hug your left knee in, up and out towards your left armpit. If you can't grab the front of your shin, grab the back of your thigh. Squeeze your left knee in, up and out as you take a couple big Buddha belly breaths. And then release your left leg, full body stretch, arms reach long, legs reach long. Great big inhale, get as long as possible. Exhale, draw your knees in, rock gently from side to side, massage out your low back. Feet on the ground with knees bent. Send your left leg up. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Figure 4, supine pigeon. Outer left ankle, top of right thigh. And stay right here. Or you can lift your right foot up and grab hold behind your right thigh. Rocks are great. Keep the flexion through your left toes. Remember, you're going for a neutral spine if possible. Just a little bit longer. Keep that ujjayi breath, those big deep breaths flowing through. Good job. All right, if you're holding your right leg, go ahead and set your right foot back down. Extend your left leg straight up. And then keeping it nice and long, slowly lower. Slow, slow, slow. No rush. And once your left leg is resting, lift your right foot off the ground. See if you can grab the front of your right shin and squeeze your right knee in, up, and out towards your right armpit. Breathe down into your belly, big Buddha belly breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release your right leg, take it out next to your left leg, big full body stretch. So reaching, lengthening all that space. If you can, if your ribs are lifting a lot, see if you can press your back ribs down. Great big huge inhale as you reach. And then exhale, draw your knees towards your belly and find a happy baby. Grab hold of your feet. Hold down with your arms, press up through your heels, flex your toes. You can explore a little bit in your happy baby, rock a little bit side to side, or extend one leg and then the other leg. When you're ready, friends, just release from happy baby. If there are any other postures, anything else your body is calling for, just take a few rounds to work through those. As you are ready to start to slowly find your way into your final relaxation. So that could be the traditional corpse pose, that could be something like fetal position. Maybe you feel like taking a belly down shavasana. Eventually, just let your breath become completely effortless. So let it dissipate. And give yourself the last few moments to just let everything soak in. So not to do anything. Not even to go anywhere in your head and fix anything or figure anything out. Not planning the rest of your day in your head right now, just being right here in your body on your mat. And give yourself these last couple of moments to simply feel whatever there is to feel. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And just start to bring gentle movements back into your body. Whenever you're ready, fetal position on either side. Just take a moment to rest there. And as you rest there, just an invitation to think of a one-word intention for the rest of your day. So one word that you just kind of want to connect with or embody, get curious about for the rest of your day today. Doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. Imagine you're just kind of letting that word, the feeling of that word, seep in to your being like stardust twinkling around inside of you. Using your arms, guide yourself up into a seat. Just bring your hands to your heart center to close our practice. Bow your head to your heart and acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day to be here, to connect with yourself and your body and your breath in a deeper and more intentional way. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, good job.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you
So
so much.
welcome. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Mwah.
You too.